Hey guys, today we're taking a look at my Magnet Warrior deck. Now this deck was requested by Zero and Own1, and definitely a very silly, kind of deck idea because, no one would ever think that you could make a deck about, Magnet Warriors being such a, weak archetype in themselves and not having really any support. So what I decided to do was, add them in, bump them up with Solidarity, give them some rock support and give them some additional plays to try to make the deck work as much as possible. Still meant to be fun, not meant to be too competitive, but definitely has some things going on for it. So I'll get right into the cards. We're gonna have 3 of each of the Magnet Warriors, just giving us the best chances to get them out. Then 2 Valkyrions. You could run 3 if you want. I think 3 might be a little cloggy, so we're currently running 2. Then we're running 2 Block Golem. Very nice that we can special summon those rock monsters from the graveyard. So we can use Block Golem to get the Magnet Warriors back to get Valkyrion on the field very easily, which is very nice. And then we have Koa'ki Meiru Guardian, just another rock monster that's very powerful and helps you deal with effects and things like that. So that can be very nice. Also nice to have a beater in this deck in addition to what you're doing. And then one Gem-Knight Lazuli. So him using his ability can be very nice, so we can kind of recycle those normal monsters in our graveyard. Can be useful with our field card and some of the things that we're trying to do. And one Rescue Rabbit. If this wasn't limited, this deck would have a lot more potential, but because it is limited, we're running 1, and still can be very good, obviously, for doing what you need to do. For the spells, we have Solidarity, making the Magnet Warriors, have some attack. Otherwise, they're going to get, stomped by other cards, so it's nice to have Solidarity. Obviously running mostly a full rock deck because we are running Solidarity. 2 MST, 2 Pot of Duality, definitely nice to, get the specific cards we need to make our plays. Forbidden Lance, very nice, especially for Valkyrie, and once we get them on the field, we don't want to lose them to something like Forbidden Lance. And then Dark Factory of Mass Production, really nice in combination with some of the other stuff we're doing, obviously because you can, bring out Valkyrie and when you have your monsters in your hand. Then 1 Dark Hull, 2 Catapult Zones, you can run 3 if you want. Just our field card, sending rock monsters to the graveyard. So this has really a great 2-pronged effect that 1, you'll be able to protect your Magnet Warriors as much as possible, and 2, you'll be able to get those cards to the graveyard to bring back with Block Golem or Gem-Knight Lazuli or Dark Factory, so very nice. And then we're running 2 Skill Drain. Effects aren't the biggest deal in this deck. Obviously we do have some effects that we need, but if you can activate Skill Drain once you have Valkyrion on the field, it can be very potent. So definitely like having Skill Drain in this type of deck. And then Common Charity, just another card that gives us some draw power. Yeah, and it's not really a big deal that we'll have to remove from play one thing. We really need some of that draw power to get the specific cards in our hand. And then, Staple Traps, not too much to say there. For the extra deck, we're going to be running 3 Gem-Knight Pearl. Obviously, might seem like a bit much, but you don't want to run too far away from the rock monsters in this deck. We want to keep on Solidarity, so we'll have a powerful, monster in addition to what we're trying to do. And then 2 Daigusto Emeral. So obviously another rock type, very nice for this deck that we can recycle and summon out, normal monsters. The one annoying thing about him is that he's wind, so that runs in the way of Block Golem, but still can be a very useful card. And then 2 Giant Hand, just pretty much the other rock for XYZ we can use. I believe there's other ones, but they're OCG. So I definitely like having this one. Its effect is okay, that we can deal with effects, but it's obviously, up to you. And then Fairy King, obviously, he's not rock, so that can be kind of annoying, but still nice that we can bring him out if we need him. And other staples, Silent Honor, Exciton, Gagaga, Maestroke, Photon, Vylon can be useful if, you knock out Valkyrion and bring back 3 Magnet Warriors and bring him out. And Lavalval Chain can also be a very interesting one, obviously, with some of the graveyard stuff we're doing. So enough for the side deck. Side decks in my videos are kind of just recommended cards that could be useful for the deck. This isn't meant to be a side deck for matches, so don't try to think of it that way. It's more of just, cards that I'm recommending for you guys to think about when you're building your own Magnet Warrior deck. So there's a lot of different things you could do with this deck. There's a lot of other stuff you could do with rocks in general. So Gaia Plate is another thing you can do because we're going to put a lot of rocks in the graveyard. Grand Mole, another rock card that's just very useful to have. Revival Golem, an interesting one to kind of stall your opponent out and keep using him. Giant Rat can search out Alpha and Gamma, so that's definitely interesting. You can run Heart of the Underdog, giving us some draw power to get all the Magnet Warriors we need, and then Valkyrion as well, so that can be definitely interesting, but because I'm running kind of a mix of normal and effect monsters, might not be the greatest choice. And Faustian Bargain, another interesting way to kind of bring out your Magnet Warriors and deal with special summon monsters, so that could be interesting. Silent Doom, Swing of Memories, both kind of doing the same thing, bringing back our normal monsters from the graveyard, can be very useful. Double summon if you want to swarm with your Magnet Warriors. That's another interesting thing you could do, but not really the goal of the deck. Gold Sarcophagus, definitely interesting in this deck to get specifically the card you need to complete the set for your Magnet Warriors. So thought about running this, but I just decided not to. Soul Rope, another interesting one to special summon. You can bring out those Magnet Warriors that you need, again choosing which one you need for the right situation. And Rock Bombardment, another interesting card that you can use to send things to the graveyard, obviously to combine with some of the other plays we have. Safe Zone, again to protect things like Valkyrion and other things you need. Wabaku to stall. Any stalling cards could be useful until you are able to get out Valkyrion. And Release from Stone, another interesting card to bring back your rock monsters, especially if you need those Magnet Warriors back or Valkyrion gets banished or something like that. So that's my Magnet Warrior deck. Again, very fun, just mixing with some cool ideas, and it's definitely been doing okay, but obviously not meant to compete, at the super highest level. But if you guys have your own Magnet Warrior decks, you can post below, let me know in the comments, or if you have cards, that could be really good for this deck, definitely let me know. I would really love to see that and see what I could add to this deck and change it around. Obviously, this was a deck request. If you do have a deck request for me, please post on my deck request video for April. I will put a annotation right around here so you guys will be able to see that and click there if you have any decks you want to see me do. But that's about it for me. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later.